Every year, the parents of Jesus used to go to Jerusalem for the feast of the Passover. When he was 12 years old, they went up for the feast as usual. When they were on their way home after the feast, the boy Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem without his parents knowing it. They assumed he was with the caravan, and it was only after a day's journey that they went to look for him among their relations and acquaintances. When they failed to find him, they went back to Jerusalem, looking for him everywhere. 3 days later, they found him in a temple, sitting among the doctors, listening to them and asking them questions. And all those who heard him were astounded at his intelligence and his replies. They were overcome when they saw him, and his mother said to him, "My child, why have you done this to us? See how you're worried. See how worried your father and I have been looking for you." "Why were you looking for me?" he replied. "Did you not know that I must be busy with my father's affairs?" But they did not understand what he meant. He then went down with them and came to Nazareth and lived under their authority. His mother stored up all these things in her heart, and Jesus increased in wisdom, in stature, and in favor with God and man. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
So I'd just like to begin with a very simple outline. So we have the conception of Jesus, where the angel visited Mary, and then she was pregnant, and they had to leave their hometown to go to another hometown because of the census that they have to register. And the journey was very hard for Mary, especially when she's pregnant. And then came the birth of Jesus. We know that very well. And then came the threat of killing every firstborn male by Herod. Imagine the trauma between the Holy Family, in the Holy Family, and other families as well. So we know the next step is the Holy Family they left where they were to settle in another country, which is Egypt, because Joseph obeyed God. Now, if you live in a country which is different, everything is different, way of living is different, you have different ways of doing things, the cuisine is different, the language is different. So they had hardships as well, Mary and Joseph, but they persevered because they know that God is always with them. They trusted in God in everything. So basically, the Holy Family looked out for one another. They took care of one another in a very foreign land. Now, if we look at ourselves today, now we experience different types of families. Yeah, we have families as a whole, we have single-parent families, we have parents of different race with family. We have also the later same-sex parents with children. All right? So whatever form of families people are, now sometimes they go through a lot of hardships as well. It doesn't mean family life is all super duper lovely. Parents will quarrel, children will fight, children will go against parents, parents will ignore children. It happens, everywhere it happens. But the question is, do we actually look out for one another when these things happen? Yes, we have to look out for one another because the family component is very important in all of our lives. Families are the support system for one another. Harmony and joy must be within the family, even though there are challenges within them. So if we keep a lookout for one another, we also need to keep a lookout for God, because God is going to journey with us. If God is journeying with us, that means the family will flourish. Without God, we are not going to function as a family. So remember that families are important. So if we have any issues now, begin to solve them slowly, and then God will see you through.